Hi guys, so welcome to this video where I'm basically going to be finishing an art piece that I've been wanting to finish for so long. There's a spoiler here, but like, I'll throw that out in editing. And this is the art piece that I want to finish. I mean, there's no like rhyme or reason for this drawing, which is why I've been like, when did I start? Which is why I've been like, not finishing it or completing it. Not about this artwork. Date created 11th of July. Last year. Oh my god, this thing has been sitting here. But yeah, I guess like let's get into it. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this, and honestly, like setting up the tripod for this was kind of hard because my phone is low-key heavy. But whatever, we move. I don't even know what this girl's supposed to be. She's just like, I wouldn't say a goth girl. Would you consider her a goth girl? I mean, yeah, yes, she is a goth girl. Wrong brushes. Wrong brushes. My favorites, they are. Honestly, if you ever wanted to look at my favorite brushes, the brushes I use all the time, here they are. Except this one isn't supposed to be in here, it's supposed to be an organic, but for some reason, somehow it got like moved into here and I'm too lazy to move it back because I don't know what it is. Moving brushes between like these things is so difficult. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes it just doesn't go to the right group, especially even if you're hovering right above it and it's kind of selected. For some reason or another, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I don't know how long this video is gonna be because personally, maybe that's all I can do. I don't know how fast I can finish this drawing though, but I feel like I can do it real fast. And yeah, whenever I do a drawing, I always do like this rough coloring, like beforehand, just to get an idea of it. I think like just get an idea of like the illustration and stuff like that. Not the illustration, but the colors. And I really have like a big excitement for the eyes, which makes me think, why did it take me so long to do this illustration? But another thing that's very uncommon in this illustration is that she's wearing silver jewelry, and I don't tend to color or render silver jewelry that much. I'm usually more of a gold jewelry person, so I don't know where the silver jewelry came from. It just matches. Well, okay, there we go. It just matches more, so I don't know. And yes, I am an individual colorer. I don't do the bucket tool or anything like that. I don't personally like it. Unless like it's a big color and I can go around the edges and then fill in from there. You know, like doing this and then doing this. If it's a big space. Obviously, if it's a small space, I'll just color it in. And I always have to have stars in my art. Like, that is a core characteristic. I always gotta have stars. I don't even want to count how many art projects or even artworks that I have planned or like in preparation, but I haven't fully like done yet. Because I have so many, and some of them aren't even like sketched out. They're still like a list. Like at some point, I want to go back to drawing more Wings characters because that's something I really love doing. I love drawing the Wings characters, especially in my style of making them like furries and Oh my god, I hate when it does that. Anthropomorphized characters. I really enjoyed doing that the first time that I did it. And fun fact, the reason that I did it the first time was because I don't know what it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like I was making an illustration of Bloom. I was trying to make a fucking Wings Club illustration series. I love me a series. I love me a good art project, like I said. But I didn't love how they were turning out. And oh, I didn't even pick a color for the pearls. But back to what I was saying, I didn't like how they were turning out. So I didn't like how they were turning out. So I ended up just being like, oh my god, I don't like this art style. I don't like this art. This isn't me. I'm trying to do something that I don't like, trying to be an artist that I don't want to be. Like, you know, those artists that have like super realistic anime looking art styles, those type of artists. I was trying to be that at the beginning. Not at the beginning, but at some point, and I was like, no, that's not me. That is not me. So then I ended up like just ditching that whole idea. And at that point, I was already playing around with drawing furry stuff, like drawing anthropomorphic characters in my sketchbook. And I was like, why don't I just try this style? I've been practicing it and kind of just having fun with it for like the goofs and gaggles, like just for fun. I've been doing it in my sketchbook. Let me try this. And I tried this and I fell in love. Obviously, like the first like furry thing I did in that art style, that specific art style, oh my god, it's not that great. Some part of me wants to recreate it because at the end of the day, I've gotten so much better and I love Wing stuff. And that'd be a great way to like not just recreate it, but also redo the outfits because the point of like the series is not only to like draw the Wings characters as furries, but obviously before that, when I was drawing them as humans, it was to basically put them in, like redraw their outfits and reimagine their outfits. And that's not me saying I hate their original outfits. I love the outfits in Wings Club. Like I love, love, love their outfits. But I'm sometimes the type of person where, like, if I'm drawing fan art, I'll never keep true to what the character is actually wearing, because I'm not the type of person who follows reference one to one like that. I'm the type of person who kind of just like has to make some type of edit or just modification to the thing I'm referencing, even if it's like a character. Sometimes I just gotta make a slight tweak or something for it to feel like original to me and stuff like that. So that's why, like, I did that. Not because I think like the original character designs are ass or something. I don't think that. I don't know what shade and color to go with. I could go with the purple, but like, I could go with the pink. I could also go with the blue. You never know until you try them. I always just do this on top with a bunch of different colors. That's not even that different, my God. Just to see how they look. My hands are shaking right now. I feel like the purple and the dark blue are doing a better job. The pink could work as like an undertone, not an undertone, but a bounce light, but only if I make the background pink, that makes sense. Like looking at this, yeah, I love the way the blue looks on the hair and on the face, but the face kind of makes it look white. But if I add this pink within the bounce light of the shadows, even if I do the blue for the shadows, it's gonna look nice. It's gonna give it life. I think I found my colors. I think. You never know until you actually get into the rendering part and then you start changing things. Like I always gotta have my colors. I feel like you noticed this in my speed pens. Like I always have these like not these colors, but colors in the top. And then for the highlights, let me look at this. My hands are shaking. I'm a shaky person. Like look at this. Probably not gonna see it that well. I don't know if you can see that well. I feel like on camera, the color here looks slightly muted. I mean, it is muted, but whatever. Like what the highlight idea? Maybe blue. I could go with the blue. Everybody loves a good blue. I feel like it should be like a greener blue. Like that blue. Would that work for the hair though? Ooh, that looks good on the hair. But I'm not the type of artist that does contrasting highlights like that. Like I've done that before and it looked good, but like I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how to make it work with my style, so I end up not doing it, even though I think it looks good. So I don't know. I might not go with that. But let's just get into it. I have a tummy ache. I don't even know why I'm doing this video. I have a stomach ache, but whatever. We move. I want to do something. I'm bored. And art is usually the thing you go to, so. And the brush that I use for rendering is this one. Honestly, the first time I had to like transfer over brushes. Wait, where's the light coming from? I feel like I always have the lighting coming from the same direction. I always have to switch it up. Like, does it come from this side or that side? Let me think. The last art piece I made, it was coming from this side. So why not have it come from this side? And yes, I base it on the last art piece I made. Even though they're not going to be posted back to back to back like that. I don't know. It's just a little difference for me in my brain. I'm kind of getting performance anxiety because goddamn, I'm usually faster than this. I usually like, I feel like, yeah, the mouth as well. We get shading. I don't know why I made the teeth sharp, I just did. But the idea of this illustration basically came from like, I love drawing portraits in general. So I have like a PROCREATE, not page, what do you call it? A document? Page? I feel like I can show you. I'll just blur things that I don't want you to see. I can show you it. It's not even in here. I'll blur what I need to blur, but here it is. It basically came from here. There it is. Basically me just brainstorming portrait ideas, just random portraits I want to draw. I've already made this, that, and that one. All that's left is these other ones. They were all based on like hairstyles I saw on Pinterest and stuff like that. Anyway, back to it. Where did I say the lighting was coming from? Sorry, I tend to forget where the lighting is coming from. Even in the other illustration that I'm talking about that I finished before this one, girl, when I say one of the items in that illustration, I fucked up the lighting, but it still looks good. Like, I feel like if you notice, you notice, but if you don't, you're never gonna notice it. So I'm not gonna even say what that thing is. And I'm never even gonna tell you what that art piece is or what that art piece looks like, because if you don't know, you don't know. But you don't know won't hurt you now, will it? And I put a lot of effort into the shading of that like fucking thing. So I like mentally, I'm just like, I ain't going back. It still looks good. Even if the lighting looks slightly off, it still looks good, you know? And I feel like the effects that I put on it afterwards, right now I have like the fucking Taylor Swift song Mastermind in my head right now. Like, I have it playing on repeat. I would say it's my favorite song from the Midnight albums. My favorite song from the Midnight albums is, oh, what is it called? I almost said Summer Snow. No, it's like Snow on the Beach. I believe it's called Snow on the Beach with Lana Del Rey. Like, I love that one. That one, oof, just makes you feel melancholic. I'm melancholic, but like melancholic in a happy way. I feel like I'm kind of a melancholic person. I'm always just in a neutral, melancholic mood. I don't know, at least I try to be, because I get anxiety fairly easily. I feel like that sounds sad, but it doesn't sound sad to me. It sounds normal to me. Not melancholic. I don't know how to describe it. Not melancholic, but just like neutral. Like, I try to keep my emotions on the neutral side in terms of life. And I'm not saying I don't get excited or happy. I just try not to get too negative on things. You know? Like, I find comfort in things just being melancholic and, you know? Like, I love it when it's rainy and thundery and stormy and like kind of sad outside, because that's just comforting. I don't know how to describe it. That's why I like dark academia as an aesthetic. Like, when you view it, it's very like kind of melancholic, comfortable, kind of like not too bright, not too loud, not too in your face. Even though my art style is the complete opposite of dark academia, because at the end of the day, I still like color. Again, I don't know how to describe it, the feeling of it. It's like nostalgia, but in a sad way, but the sadness makes you happy because you lived through it type shit. Like, oh my God, I remember that beautiful memory, and it makes me sad, but it also makes me happy at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know how to put things into words. That's why I'm an artist. Like, don't expect me to be able to like fucking pull out poetry out my ass. And if you do expect that, then be disappointed. Feel free to get disappointed. I feel like I'm yapping too much. But it's like, what can I do? What else can I do? Like, what can you do when you live in a shoe? Why did I pause? But that's like a saying I got from Simply Nailogical. Shout out to all you Simply Nailogical fans. Where you at? By the way, I can like see my camera while I'm recording. I feel like I'm too zoomed in. I don't know, but you can see the whole like frame. So like, I don't care. I want to adjust it, but like, we're working with duct tape and fucking, we're working with duct tape, masking tape, to be honest, not duct tape, because I don't know what it is about this tripod. One of the hinges is weird because it was working perfectly fine. I could hold up my phone beforehand, but the slightest shift in movement in it said, I give up. I think I need to get like, I don't know what word to describe it, but something to put, not to put there, but to tighten the screw a bit more. But the thing about it, it's supposed to be adjustable. So I'd be permanently kind of putting it in that place unless I unscrew it again. Is it hard to draw like this? I mean, I guess I could get used to it. Like there's something in my line of sight while I'm drawing, but it's not affecting me that much. I mean, when you live with a cat, you gotta get used to things occupying your line of sight. But I really do like the Procreate airbrush. I gotta say something about the fucking Clip Studio airbrush. That shit is dookie. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I just do not like that fucking airbrush. It pisses me off. They need to get their shit together with that damn airbrush, because I don't know, the way it like functions is just so annoying. I don't know how to describe it though. That's the sad part. I don't know how to describe it. I have to do a similar video to this and showcase what I mean by how I don't like it. I mean, if you like it, I don't really care. I don't really care. Like, I really just want to hum snow on the beach right now. And if you hear like a fan going, I don't think you can hear it because I have like a smaller mic or whatever. I don't know. If you can hear something, first of all, that's like a air purifier because obviously I live in a house with my cat. It's near like the bathroom, and the bathroom door is near the my art room. Because I was lucky enough to be able to find a 2-bedroom apartment. Uh-huh. I mean, my country's not that expensive to live in, so it's not like a big deal in a sense. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me being ignorant. I don't know. At least in my country, I don't think it's expensive to live here. Like, for example, $100 in my country can go really far. Not far, far, but like far enough. Like, things actually like are expensive when it comes to restaurants, unless you buy like a deal meal or something. I tend to go for the deal meal sometimes, but other times I look at that like fucking bacon, fucking fat ass burger, and I'm like, give me one of those. And I'm very self conscious about like eating healthy, because like I don't know, my body is always either in pain, uncomfortable, or something of the latter. I'm gonna put a light bit of shadow on the side. Oh my god, I put some on the face. Oh no, oh no. That's why sometimes I'll like split the shading into different layers so I don't do that. But sometimes I'm just fucking going buck wild and just, painting the colors of the rainbow. Where's the other? This one, airbrush. I like this one sometimes, but sometimes it's so unpredictable that I just don't fucking use it. Sometimes it just comes in handy at the right time. Stop fucking around with the fish tank. He won't stop. This boy. I wouldn't say he's a teenage cat. I don't remember how old he is. I have bad memory. I got him like the last couple of months of like high school, and I raised him since he was a kitten. Like whenever like we ever took care of pets, whether it was like fostering or like babysitting, because I remember, my god, never like adopt 3 kittens at once unless you're fucking prepared for that shit. Because I wasn't adopting them, but I was fostering them for a person who lived very far. Basically, a person had a bunch of kittens and was like giving them from adoption. He lived very far from that area, but we lived closer to the person giving out the kittens. So we got the kittens for him and stuff like that. It was my mom's friend. And like she is at work most of the time, and it was during school breaks, so I was around to take care of them. And god fucking damn it, those kittens were hell. Those kittens were fucking hell. I don't even know if I had a cat around that time, but I don't know. I didn't even have my own cats around that time. Like I grew up with my cat, Snowbell. But yeah, it was like freaking childhood cat that was a baby. She went away, of course. She passed away. What the fuck am I doing here? But like, so I didn't even have my own cat at that time. So my cat taking care of skills are still like needing to be sharpened at that point. And I'm like, damn, these babies are ruthless. But then after a while, we got our own kittens. We got 2 kittens, and they were like the sweetest boys. And one of them is with me, and the other one is unfortunately passed away because he went missing, and we were trying to look for him. It's kind of sad. I've already gotten over it because it happened last year. But damn, I was depressed as fuck. Because again, I moved from my hometown to like a big city, and everything just got fucking flipped on its head with my life, like after that point. And I'm not a big city person. Yeah, I like the big city, but I love a small town any day. Like I loved living in my small hometown. You know what I mean? Like I loved living there. It was peaceful. It was nice. But I kind of had to move. But maybe one day when I'm older, I could go back. Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to talk too much about it, but yeah. I feel like I'm opening my chest way too much in this video, but I don't care. And don't mind the creaking. Don't mind the creaking. That's just my fucking chair. Cozy ass chair, but loud as fuck. I don't even know how it does that sound anyway. Oh, but the blue looks nice actually. I thought it would look cold on the skin, but it actually looks nice. Yeah, looks nice. Maybe I can do this. Can I put things in shadow? I really have Taylor Swift's album on my mind. I'm fighting the urge not to just start humming most of her songs, especially from the Midnight album. The Midnight album is like my favorite Taylor Swift album. I had listened to like what was it? Reputation album, and I was like, this nice. I still love the songs on there, but like my reaction to it wasn't like long lasting. As in, I don't remember ever like being so hooked on the songs after listening to it. But I remember liking the songs while listening to it. But with the Midnight album, oof, I'll find myself like singing the songs randomly. But like, I feel like my favorite song of all time is "Like a Star." I forget the name of the artist, but I'll put it up here. "Like a Star." That's my favorite song, matched with the fact that that song was in my favorite like Steven Universe episode. Like if you watch Steven Universe, they rarely do songs outside of like the cast writing songs themselves, because it's kind of not a musical, but there's musical moments in the show. They're very rare and far few in between. They're not that common, but when they happen, girl, and you just fall in love. So this episode just strikes me as just a rare moment where like they chose to get somebody outside of their crew to like do the music for this episode, and it just happened to be like one of my favorite episodes. And I didn't even notice it because like I heard the song like a while after, like very recently, like last year. And then I remember watching Steven Universe, and then I heard the song in like a Pearl episode. I forgot what the episode is called, but it's a Pearl episode. And it's like, I'm like, wait a minute, that's my band. That's my favorite song. And I'm like, it's like two worlds coming together, because it's like two of your favorite things coming together and you never even knew it. Like I heard that song as a kid and I never even knew that was going to be my future favorite song. But then again, when I was a kid, I was dense as a fucking pile of bricks. So like, I don't know if I should make the blush pink or should I make it way more purpley. I don't know actually. I think I like the pink. Again, oh my god. Gives it more life. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm the type of person to only use one hand on drawing. Like I have two hands. I'm back, so I just had to go get my fucking footstool because my feet were getting tired. My feetsies. I don't know how the angle of this is working out. Let me just something. Does that look better? I'm gonna be fuffing and buffing. This is empty space right on this side. I feel like I should put something here. You know what? I'm gonna show you this fucking MLP figurine I got online. I just saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I have yet to decorate my space at all. You can't fucking see that, but hey, she's there for moral support. Like I was saying, I tend to use one hand when drawing because I don't know, that's just how I am. And sometimes I'll catch myself needing my fucking left hand. And I'm like, but I'm too lazy. I'm too comfortable in the position I'm sitting in. Because sometimes I'll sit on my hand, which I don't know any of y'all who do that as well. Like, do y'all sit on your hand? Because I don't know, it's just a soothing mechanism when I'm like nervous or stuff like that. So, but we gotta be sitting on that hand. Right the fuck? Let me check something. Okay, no, stability is not that high. Let me take it down a bit. Oh, this brush. It's this brush. Okay, that's why. The stability on this brush is high. That's why I say it's kind of annoying to use sometimes, but it's also really useful when I need it. There you go. I like putting a little bit of redness under the eyes. For me, it just looks good. What's next? What's next? The lips. I feel like I should make the lips slightly purplish though. But I don't like magenta. I'm not a magenta girly. I don't like magenta. Even though I like Barbie, I don't like magenta. Kind of ironic. I've actually been wanting to start commissions at some point, but I don't know when, I don't know where. But I want to at some point. But I feel like my schedule is kind of packed. But I also don't know. Maybe I want to make extra content so that I don't gotta worry about it. Or else I need to schedule myself better because I'm not good at like keeping a damn schedule. I'm not that great at it. I'll be better at it. I try my best, honestly. Somebody who's like with shit time management skills, I try my best low key. Like I'd be trying my best. Let's see how what. The lip color contrasting to this part of the eye kind of looks weird, but then again, better now. Maybe a little redder. Look, yeah, that does look better. I like it. I like it. I like it. Colors are really hard to dictate sometimes. Now for the highlights. I like to do the highlights before I do the, what do I call them? Bounce light. That's what I call it, bounce light. And I use this one, glooming. I have two versions of it, a smooth version that I made myself and one that's textured. I used to use this as line art, but I don't anymore. I use this one as line art. I don't use this one. I use this one. No, I use this one. No, I use this one. Because it has like an extremely small setting. Like, wait a minute, is it that one? See, I don't even know. There we go, it's this one because it has a very small setting and I like that. Anyway, back to it. I feel like you're getting a tour of all my brushes now. It's like, ooh la la, fancy. I very much like doing harsh highlights, but also like doing soft highlights when I can as well. But I tend to not do them as well, so I tend to avoid doing them that much if it's not necessary. Like especially on the face, like doing softer highlights, it's like kind of unnecessary. It always ends up making the face not look okay. And then I have to look at it constantly and be like, is it good? Is it not good? And I just sit there not knowing if I low-key just fucked up my art piece. And this is why I like this brush. Like, can you see how thin it can get? I can get in those tear ducts, girl. I can't really do, oh my god, can you stop doing that? I can't really do the eyelids because I like putting shine on the eyelids. Because they're mostly in shadow, but I still also like to do it either way. Their eyelids are going to catch some type of lighting because of the fact that, like, it's a protruding part of your body. Protruding part of your face. It protrudes outwards. Ball inside makes it go boom outside of your fucking skull. I don't know why I'm cussing at at that. Oh my god, no. Let's just make it harsh right here. That catches my attention. By the way, I've been playing like The Sims a lot more lately. I've been playing The Sims. And I've also started a gaming channel. I don't know if it's gonna be linked. It might be, who knows? But I haven't posted any full videos yet because I want to make a backlog before I do anything, because I don't want it to take time from this. It's mainly for fun. It's mostly like a relaxing thing to do. Because even if I like art, sometimes like making these videos is kind of stressful because it's like I have an idea, but I don't know how to execute it sometimes. I think that looks nice. But it's more white than blue, but who cares? And then time to add the bounce light, the make or break of this illustration. The thing that can literally make me go ugh or ooh. This is always the hardest part, at least for me. Because this is truly the make or break. The bounce light don't look right, the whole piece don't look right. Especially if I made a wrong color choice, or at least how I placed it is not correct, or doesn't feel right, you know? And I'm not like a color theory person. Like I'm not saying I'm good at picking colors and like stuff like that. Like that shit confuses me. That's like one of the parts of illustration that made me like picking the colors is always the hardest part. But then when you get to like rendering and stuff like that, then it becomes easy and then you kind of just forget about it. It's always the stressful part. That's why sometimes I'll leave things in their line art state. I don't have that many line arts still like line arting. I have a bunch of sketches still like sketching, you know? Most of them are basically redraws because again, I love redrawing old art because it's like repurposing old ideas and making them better, like due to my standards. I'm still planning on doing that series. But I feel like I'm still like trying to get my skills up a bit before I do it because it's like basically going into my like the very first art pieces I ever made digitally. And my God, were those rough. That's too messy. Gotta fix that. And my God, were those like really, really rough. So it's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of like trying to show my past self that I've made it this far in terms of my art. But that looks nice. Put it on the eye. Make it look even nicer. Put a little here and there, a little dab. Like the face is too intense. Everywhere else it's kind of fine. The face, oof. See what I mean when I say placement? Gotta dab it a bit with the airbrush. Kind of. Is that even the airbrush? Yeah, it is. Sometimes the airbrush is a little bit too strong here. You know, there we go. Little lightness. Just gotta whoosh over it, like slightly pass over it. That looks nice. I like that. But I feel like the highlights aren't popping as much as I would want them to pop. Especially the ones on the eyes. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. Like I want them to like shine a bit more. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, that looks a lot nicer. I feel like sometimes the rendering on the face looks dookie because nothing else is rendered. So within context, it just looks weird. But I feel like after I render everything else, it's gonna look fine. That's what I always have to tell myself. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna look fine. And you can always start over. And yes, I always merge things down after I'm done. And now for the eyes and the teeth. Sometimes I don't like rendering white with blue, personally. I always like to use a different color other than that. I mean, I love drawing sharp teeth. Like, do y'all just like drawing specific type of teeth, like buck teeth, sharp teeth? Also, buck teeth. I love drawing them as well. But I think I gotta go with a little bit of airbrush eraser, kind of soften it out because teeth are round, or round on their planes. Some of them though. Except this one, I feel like it'd be sharper on their planes a little bit. I feel like these ones would be a little bit rounder. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Should I go harsher? I'm not sure. Like, honestly, I don't know what to talk about, but sometimes you get pulled into shorts and you're just kind of like watching shit. But I feel like shorts has become so bad nowadays. I don't know what it is, but it's always people being like, check the sound, don't check the sound, don't do this with the sound. And it's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up. Sorry, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Nothing can ever just be a cute short video of something. Maybe it's just my feed and it's gotten fucked up by something because I don't go on there as much. But like you'd think it recommend me things that I watch, you know? Whether that be just art, doll making, other things, The Sims even. But nope, just random ass weird videos. I must say dancing videos. I do watch dancing videos. I do like those. I don't mind those on my timeline. Oh my god, whenever they're shading and they're like the eyes behind it always looks weird, doesn't it? It always looks creepy. Especially if the eyes lighter color. I always have a habit of clicking like alpha lock by mistake. Like alpha lock by mistake when I meant to click clipping mask. It's a nasty habit. Nasty. But I've been watching a new show recently. It's called Unseen. It's a South African show. I don't know if it was filmed in South Africa. I'm pretty sure it was, but like it's a South African show on Netflix. Please watch it. That show is just, it's actually really fucking good. It's fucking good. And when I was first watching it, I couldn't tell that it was South African because I don't know, they were just speaking English. But then I heard the accents and I'm like, are those my peoples? Like, are those my peoples? And then one of the characters spoke Afrikaans and I was like, yep, those my peoples. And I love that show. I don't tend to watch many African media stuff. Not for any particular reasons, just because on Netflix it's not that common. Even if like my internet is like South African. I just watch whatever it's good. It doesn't really matter to me where it comes from. I watch things from Sweden, European, Korean, Japanese. Why did I say Japanese like that? Japanese. I don't care. I don't care. As long as it's good, it's good. You know what I mean? And I love seeing like my own country's like genre of like media delve more into different stuff. Because growing up, I was so like overexposed and used to just like South African dramas and that's it, like no variation. At least growing up. I could be wrong, but that's what I was most used to. But recently I've seen a lot of like different types of movies, different genres and stuff like that, like magical stuff that has like things to do with magic. And I don't know what it is about my country, but we have a nasty habit of taking a story and extending it past its natural end. Like I can say this about one specific show, Scheme Sum. That show has been literally broadcasting since I was a toddler. Like even before I was a toddler, my mom has been watching it since before I was fucking born. That shit has been ongoing. Like my grandparents keep they catch up with the show every fucking day. It fuck like my God, y'all don't quit. And I'm not saying they should stop because at the end of the day, it's a fucking show that is still popular and well loved. But I'm like, damn, this show is like a cult classic. But my mom didn't like it after a point because it was like the only popular thing that was on. So after we got Netflix, she was like watching anything and everything from K dramas to like she like fell in love with like other stuff and stuff like that. Audio, stop doing that. Did your cat ever just start attacking something random? Mine does sometimes. Although most of the time he's sleeping. Yeah, him and his little pudgy ass. The only reason he's in this room is because I'm in this room. I would put a box in here for him to play with, but he makes a lot of noise and he starts ripping it up. And I'm that cat mom that keeps like the boxes of like mail deliveries and stuff like that because my cat plays with it. I'm not a great cat mom. I shouldn't be spoiling my boy like this. I'm spoiling him. Even my aunt says you spoil him. I'm like, damn girl, you don't even have a cat, so leave me alone. Let me spoil my baby. Or babies. I love buying my dogs like treats and stuff like that. It always brings me joy when they snack on something I got for them. You know what I mean? Like a mama bird feeding, like a parent feeding their child. It's like, oof, I did that type feeling. Why did I choose that color? I thought it's kind of there. Let's see if it actually looks better. No, kind of looks crazy. I'm just gonna, what to do is unclip that and then clip this. But sneeze. No. Here we go. I don't know why I'm using the shading color for the eye. I usually don't do that. I'm being weird right now. There we go. Like there was a show like on my national television that I was super excited about called The River because the fucking intro is just like so like capturing. It was so interesting, and I ended up like watching the show with my mom throughout because it was so interesting. But if I ever missed anything, I would always ask her what was going on and stuff like that. And then we finally got to like not the finale, but the semi finale with like the character getting buried alive. Spoiler alert, but it's like the first thing you fucking see. And it's like this big reveal of like the relationship between like the character getting buried alive and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, wow, where are we going with this? And then after a while, it just devolves into just drama farm, like drama everywhere. Everything is going bad. Everything. Like, I don't like those types of stories. Like, calm down. Like, give us an ending. God damn, you're telling us these characters' lives are nothing but misery and sadness and pain, and they never get a good day, like nothing. That's the reason why I don't like these shows, is because it's nothing but just these characters being put through shit. And they have to constantly just, I don't know, deal with shit, and that's it. And also, I remember catching a random episode. It was like way after the finale and stuff like that, of like one of the male characters complaining that women get so many jobs nowadays. They get too many jobs. I forget the specifics of what he said, but basically something around the lines of like, we don't get men as men, we don't get as many jobs and praises nowadays. And I was just like, okay. And I don't think that was the show trying to be misogynistic or anything. I think it was the show showing a misogynistic character, because the show is very female led, because the main character and main antagonist are both women. So it wasn't trying to be misogynist, I'm pretty sure. I was just like, my God, this character. I don't even know who this character is, and I'm already like, okay, I fucking hate this guy. You didn't need to convince me. I hate this guy. I don't know if it's supposed to be a character you hate or supposed to be just a character that's there, but like, what am I going to do about it? I don't know. He's there. And there was a plot line that got me back into the show a little bit. It was between like a queer character in the show, like a gay guy. But like I lost interest, not because of his character, because everything else that was happening around just the story in general was kind of just like, this ain't nothing. It's just kind of blah, you know? You know what I mean? It's like you see something in the show that you like, and then you're like, that's kind of boring. Never mind. Thought this would keep me interested, but it didn't. And the characters did a very stupid thing. The gay character I'm referring to, I don't remember his name. That's why I'm saying the gay character. Like, this nigga, low key just went to like the poorest part of town with almost said racism. No, which has the most homophobia, and got surprised when him and his fucking husband got beat. Like, why are you going there? I think he was drunk or some shit, because you know better. Like, no, you know better. No. Like, I feel like as a gay person, going to a fucking poorer community or like more closed off community is like a bad idea. Unless you were born and raised there, it's a bad idea. Because you never know. I'm not trying to generalize, but you know, just keep your ass in the big city, dog. Keep your ass in the big city, because that's where you safe. That's where you low key safe. Like, that's literally the safest place you could be, like the city. Because that's likely for shit like that to happen. Because most people don't give a shit. Most people don't give a damn. Most people mind their own damn business. You know, most people mind their own damn business. Oh gosh, I'm blur. What the fuck? Dramatic aberration. I feel like I'm going through a very weird rant. I don't know. A weird rant to me, at least. My God, my stomach ache is kicking up. It's not too uncomfortable, but it's like there. I don't even know why I have a stomach ache. It's because I eat Chinese food, but like I don't know why, because I've eaten this from this restaurant multiple times and I've never gotten a fucking stomach ache. So it probably isn't that, it's probably something else. Because again, I've eaten from them multiple times. Like, I even celebrated my birthday there. You know? I don't know what's causing it. Could be that, could be something else. But it's not like a painful stomach ache. It's just like a nauseous stomach ache. But like, ugh. The one thing I hate getting is motion sickness. Like, that's like the worst feeling to get. Because for me, for some reason, it just makes me incapable of doing anything. It's just so unbearable. Like, getting motion sickness. Oh my God. Especially when I'm watching like Minecraft videos. Like, sometimes those shits will give me motion sickness, especially for some reason when it's with the original graphics of the game and it doesn't have shaders. It will give me motion sickness, and I don't know why. I guess it's because the game looks kind of crusty. Like, textures can sometimes give me not motion sickness but nausea, but like mixed with like the movement of the screen, it kind of comes back to just being motion sickness. Yeah, I kind of like that. I want to put sparkles in the eyes. It's a little extra touch, a little extra something, a little extra spice. Getting a little spicy. There we go. You know, I can't wait one day until like a furry show comes out that's like super popular. Can't wait for that day. Ooh, those eyes look beautiful. They look like fucking orbs. They look gorgeous. Damn. I cooked that one. I cooked. Like, look at them. Oof. Look pretty. I actually love the way I drew the eyelashes with this little thing peeking in. I'm loving the eyes. I'm finally gonna finish this illustration for once. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. It's turning out great. I finally get to finish this illustration. I feel like making this video gave me an excuse to finish it, because otherwise I wouldn't have finished it because I'm focusing on other things. So this can be like a similar to Love to Draw Manga. Pretty sure her name is Rebecca. Or Becca, not Rebecca, Becca. You know, drawing whatever the fuck I want. I might do that type of video series at some point, but I don't know. At this point, the series that I'm making are me drawing whatever the fuck I want, because I'm choosing things that I want to draw. So for me, it is drawing whatever the fuck I want on this channel. I don't think I'm ever going to put myself through a situation where I'm drawing something that I don't want to fucking draw. You know? And I don't know at what point this video is going to come out. I don't know like when this is going to come out, because like it could come out like the week after I'm filming this because it's a fucking Saturday, or it could come out a week later. To give you an idea of what day it is, it's like the 10th of May. Just a little idea of what time of day it is. Not time of day, but day it is. 10th of May. And I'm making like a video. Very vague, but I'm making a video about like the 2025 Webtoons Legends contest, because I really want to talk about it. But that video has like semi-animation or something. So I don't know if I should talk about it here, depending on like, I don't know when this is going to get uploading. I'm just going to presume. I don't think it's going to come out before that video, because I really want to post that video before the 15th. So I don't know when this is coming out. Who knows? To draw more. To start my actual fucking series. Series. My Series X. You know, Series X. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I love how it did that hair though. But you could never draw this hair from multiple angles. Did you? I mean, I can't wait to learn 3D art, 3D modeling. 3D art, 3D modeling? Same thing, same diff. Ooh, that looks pretty. I can't wait to learn that in the future at some point, because goddamn, I'm a cook. That's gonna be unlock a new type of artistic mentality. And I'll be able to create 3D references of like my art style and characters and never have to worry about finding the perfect reference. So there's that part of it. Yes, I paint in strand by strand with the shadows. I'm like that. Don't judge me. Mostly back to the show I was talking about, Unseen. The show is pretty good. Like, it's super dramatic. I'm not gonna give away any spoilers. Are there spoilers in the show? I mean, not really. There are not that many spoilers. But the way it's written is kind of beautiful. Like the story, the analogies, like oof. That film deserves a fucking award. Deserves an Oscar. The way it's written, so like deep and not profound in an arrogant sense, but like I don't know what word to use. It's like watching a what other movie kind of gives off that feeling of like, wow, this shit is deep. Shit hitting your chest. Type shit. Like making you feel. Oof, but one of the characters, I feel like I'm allowed to rant about this character because it's not a big spoiler for the show. Is it a spoiler? No, it's something you can tell like immediately from the first episode, so it's not a big fucking spoiler. One of the characters who's like a fucking pervy ass old man. Oh, like, is this okay? Is this a little bit of a spoiler if I say what happens to him? He fucking dies. I'm not gonna say how he dies, but he fucking chokes, kicks the bucket, and I'm like, thank you, because this dude is one of those motherfuckers that like blame a girl for him being attracted to her and her not reciprocating and be like, oh, you're just teasing me. You're always like around, like, bitch. You're the landlord. Of course she's always in your building and around you because you're the fucking landlord. You put yourself to be around her, if anything, because she doesn't even have to see you every day to get out the fucking building and stuff like that. So like him being like, you've always wanted me, bitch. I don't know if she's 20 something, but she's a 20 something year old. You a 40 something year old. Fucking get a brain. What makes you think this woman wants you? This baddie wants you? Honey boo boo pie. Honey boo boo pie. So when he died, I was like, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. But I also kind of feel bad for his wife because his wife never knew he was a perverse motherfucker type shit. Yeesh. Or maybe she knew and she was justifying it, but I don't think she knew because her reaction to it was like, what the fuck are you talking about type shit. So like, be careful who you date because the person you're dating could be a fucking monster. Maybe not to you, but to other people. Like if I was dating somebody and I found out that they like were a piece of shit to a bunch of other people, like I would be like, damn. And I fucking hate how like the fucking wife. I don't know what texts he saw because I didn't pause to read them, but they were like texts between the main girl and him, like landlord stuff, I believe. But they were like a lot of texts. So in her, she was like, "Oh, they're sleeping together," and she immediately went to the girl. It's like, Mama, you saw this woman's son die in front of her fucking face and bawling her eyes out. And you coming here yelling at her about sleeping with your husband when your husband a full grown man and you blaming her for that shit? And that didn't even happen. I don't know what type of text you saw because they're probably him being pervy towards her because she would never send nothing like that to him. She made it very clear and stated her boundaries from day fucking one that she ain't in that shit. She not interested. She not in that shit. So like it was mostly probably text from him and not from her. So she just concluded, "Oh, you're sleeping." Bitch, you saw this woman's son die in front of her fucking face. That's not a spoiler. That's just something you learn at the beginning that her son passed away, unfortunately. And it's like, nigga, bitch. Like I know you grieving, but goddamn, goddamn, have some damn sense. Not gonna lie. As somebody who's grieved really hard over somebody I cared about, have some damn sense. I don't know. I know it's hard to like believe that somebody you cared about is a bad person and stuff like that. But sometimes you just gotta realize sometimes when people die, skeletons do be coming out the closet. And just because that person's dead doesn't mean whatever's coming out the closet should be pushed back in because, oh, respect the dead and whatever. But like, no, I'm gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. If a motherfucker did some shit before they died, that shit deserves to be talked about. I don't care if it disgraces their memory as a dead person. You fucked up. You hurt people. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I'm not talking about people bringing up shit while the person is dead that can't defend themselves. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like generally like a person was a shit person and they die. Their death doesn't immediately mean that we have to like not care about the shit that they did. You know what I mean? It does not mean that. Yes, yes, death is like fucking sensitive and we should handle it with sensitivity, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna mourn a nigga that hurt a bunch of people. You know what I mean? I'm not. Just not. I'm just not gonna mourn that type of person. You know? If anything, deserved. Fucking deserved. Fucking deserved. So like when that motherfucker died, I was like, yeah, y'all can kiki and cry all you want. I don't feel bad for you. I want to say something else, but that's a spoiler. But anyway, but yeah. I just feel bad for the main character. Like, she is going through it. And the worst part about it, she low-key doesn't have to because her sister is rich. And it's like, girl, come on now. And it's not like the main character is like a bad person or like anything that would make the sister not want to be around the main character. It's mostly a thing of like they grew up in a shitty environment and now like the older sister avoids being around the younger sister to like not think about it, not think about that shitty environment. But then they end up just neglecting their younger sister, and their younger sister is put through a lot of struggle. And like at least at a point in the film, like the older sister realizes what she did and how fucked up it was to just fucking dip out on her sister and leave her with like that trauma as well. So she's like at least putting an effort to make up for it, which I love. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it shows character growth. That's why I'm not the type of person when watching a show that immediately hates a character. Like, I'll never immediately hate a character, even if they do something wrong. I'm like, I'm gonna give them space. But obviously it depends. Obviously the motherfucker that I was talking about, the dude, I didn't give him no type of space. Like the first interaction with that nigga, I was like, okay, he's a nice guy, he's a nice landlord. But then he said one piece of dialogue that I was like, why did he say it like that? Like, why did he say it like that? It was the fact that like it said from the beginning, so it's not a spoiler either, is that the husband killed a criminal, like he murdered a criminal. And first of all, I don't know why people are like, oh my god, he's such a bad guy. I feel like that's one piece of writing that I don't understand within this. That's the one critique I have. Like, oh, he killed a criminal. Why are y'all tweaking about that? He killed a criminal in self-defense. And y'all are like tweaking like, oh, he's a murderer, he's a violent man. And stuff like that. And it's like, the fuck y'all tweaking about? I feel like the way I'm explaining it doesn't make sense to you, why people perceive it that way. But I feel like if you watch the show, please watch the show Unseen, Netflix. You like get what I mean by how people perceive it. Because it's not like it was a home invasion type of criminal. It's like a big boss type of criminal, you know what I mean? Those type of fucking gangsters and bullshit like that. He killed one of those guys. So like they when like he was arrested, they were like, you know? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. The way they like, I don't know, the way they talk about the husband is kind of like fucked up in a way. I don't know, in that instance. I did hate the husband for like the first, because the flashbacks of him made me think, damn, maybe they were right. Maybe you don't, like he wasn't abusive, but let's just say he's like one of those guys that isn't great at talking about their emotions and stuff. But later on, like in the show, he gets better at it, and we're like, okay. Then I was like, okay, I like you now, because we need to talk about this. Like, you need to stop acting the way you've been moving. You gotta stop moving the way you were moving. Like honestly, pushing things away and like not talking about shit. You gotta stop doing that shit, because that's hurting your family. Like fucking one scene where like her wife, not her wife, his wife, like the main character, the wife, goes to see him at his work because they both have jobs and stuff like that and a kid and stuff like that. So they're both like working all the time, so they barely see each other. She like goes to see him, and she's like, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, I barely see you now. I just wanted to come around because, you have work, I have work." And then for some reason he takes that as an offensive thing, and just like, "Oh yeah, because I have to make money for the kids." It's like, nigga, she just said she just wanted to see you because y'all are busy all the time. She didn't say anything complaining about you being busy. She just said, "I just wanted to see you because we're always working all the time, so we rarely get to see each other." And he was like, "Yeah, because I have to do this and I have to do that." It's like he went into immediate defensive mode, and I'm like, nigga, calm down, calm down. And she like was like, why are you tweaking? Type shit. It's like, goddamn. Like, goddamn, nigga, calm down. I know it's stressful, but calm down. You ain't gotta yell at your wife like that. Calm down. You ain't gotta yell at her like that. You ain't gotta yell. You ain't gotta yell. Kind of made me mad at him. But you know what? You know what? But again, like I said, I'm not the type to hate a character outright. But again, from the flashbacks that I was getting of him, like the thing is, though the wife is very much sad about the husband being in prison and all that bullshit, and not, now being alone because their son is also gone and dead and stuff like that. So like, how do I put this? So like, the fact that a lot of her flashbacks have to do with him being a piece of shit to her sometimes just make me go, wow, that's like a lot of the core memories you have with your husband. Because there are like sweet memories, like when she was pregnant, their first date. Um, that's it. That's low key it. After that, after the kid was born, it's almost like, damn. But I get it, financial stressors can make people feel upset. And it's like, you're allowed to feel upset, you're allowed to be stressed, but don't take it out on your family. And it's not like he was like abusive or anything. He was just very mean, especially to the kid, would always insult the kid for just being a child. Like the kid got beat up at school, is like, "Oh, you need to be stronger, you can't be weak." And the mom was like, "Excuse me, bitch. Why not go to school and like help your damn child?" Like growing up as a kid, whenever I got bullied, I always told the teachers and told my parents. Like I was not the type of kid to bully, because like, nah, B, I am telling. You're not just gonna pick on my ass and like not let me have you report your shit. I am telling. That's why nobody fucking ever bullied me. Like after the first time, because like you only got one shot. Do not miss your chance. Because if you do, it's never gonna happen again. Cause bitch, I'm a tattletale ass. But usually, like in the schools that I went to, bullying wasn't like a thing that people liked, anyways. You know. But like I remember once in middle school, like tattletaling aside, not aside, but there's a certain type of tattletale. If you're tattletaling because somebody's bullying you, fair, valid. I remember I made a spelling mistake helping another kid with their homework because we were helping each other. And then I corrected it instantly. And then one of them went to tell like the headmistress that I was giving another kid incorrect spelling lessons. And I was like, bitch, but I corrected it. I immediately realized my mistake and helped her correct it. And we were writing in pencil, so it was very easy to correct it. Like, y'all acting like this is the SATs or some shit. This is middle school. Like, that bitch was a fucking. I shouldn't say that. We were kids, but damn, nigga. I never told on your ass when you did some weird shit. Now you telling on my ass? Okay. I'll see you when the sun comes out. I'll see you. I remember having mad beef with a lot of kids growing up because them motherfuckers would try me and then they would fucking fail and they would hate me. And I'm like, okay, what's up then? Like, I remember my group of friends and even like a good percentage of like my class hated these group of like these girls specifically because they were just always up to something. They were always doing something. I'm like, damn, relax. I don't know. Maybe it's a different, my interpretation of things are different, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I remember once, specifically with one of the girls, like, I remember I was sitting next to her in class, And she would just like randomly start crying. I'm like, girl, what the fuck are you crying for? And she'd be like, oh, you stepped on me. The fuck you mean I stepped on you? The fuck you mean, bitch? The fuck you mean? And the teacher was like sitting right in front of us, so he saw everything. He was like, no, she didn't. The teacher was on my side. And the teacher wasn't the one to take sides like on stuff like that. Like he was a very diplomatic person. We had two teachers in one classroom, and it wasn't a big classroom. It was a classroom of fucking 13, and we had two teachers. They were W teachers, not gonna lie. All my middle school teachers were fucking amazing. Those people were fucking sweet as fuck, amazing teachers. They were amazing. I love them. But goddamn. And I remember I wasn't boarding school at the time. And I also remember my sense of time was so off. Like when I was in boarding school and stuff like that, or in school in general, because in our school, like you know how in like American schools you have like semesters and whatever, we have terms. We don't have semesters, we have terms. Basically the first 3 months is term one, then you take a break that's about a week or even 2 weeks, and then the next 3 months is school, so on and so forth. It may be different depending on where you are, but that's basically like the general layout of it. Might be wrong, may not be 3 months, maybe 4 months. I don't remember specifics, okay? I haven't been in school for like a while, so don't blame me. Like, don't blame me, don't come at me. I haven't been in school for a while, I have a shit memory. And everything just kind of blurs for me when it comes to school. But like, I remember as a kid thinking that each term was a year, so it's like, wow, 2 years have gone by. People would look at me crazy. It's because I was fucking stupid as a kid. Like, I didn't even know how old I was. Like, I had a fucking, not a classmate, he was like a family friend who went to the same school as me, remind me, no, you're not fucking this age, you're that. You're not 10 years old, you're 11. You're 11. I was like, am I 11? Even to this day, sometimes I forget how old I am. Like, I don't even remember how old I am today. Am I 20, 21? Wait a minute, am I 20 or 21? I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember. Because I don't keep track of that shit. Who keeps track of that shit anyways? Who keeps track of that shit? No, seriously, who keeps track of that shit? Like, how do y'all keep track of things like that, like facts like that about yourself? Because it's not that those facts are easy to remember, because a lot of times those facts are always changing. And it's not like something you constantly have to say about yourself on a daily basis. Like, I'm not going around every day telling people my age, so it's not like I have to remember it. Like, I don't go around telling people how old I am. And people never ask me how old I am. So of course I'm bound to like forget it in some instance, because like at the end of the day, people aren't asking me how old I am. And people aren't telling me themselves how old they are. So it's like the thing, we just kind of just naturally forget it. Ooh, look at that dimensions. And once I add the bounce height, it's gonna look magical. So I just fucking had a technical issue where for some reason the recording I just made did not record. So you just missed out on me finishing up the hair, the eyes, and the clothing, but maybe I'll just do a quick back. No, a little speed paint. Time lapse. Time lapse. Time lapse, so you can see, you know. Yeah, and you didn't even see like the creation process of this, so like, you know, soak it in, soak it in. I'll slope around the hair part. Because like I said, adding those, like, yeah, the purples made it prettier. Like the highlights. Then we're now on the shirt. This part. And it's not selected anymore, that's annoying. But yeah, we're on like the sheer part of the shirt. You better still be fucking recording, bitch. Otherwise I will beat the fuck up. Anyway, not me threatening to beat my phone. It's kind of new. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, this looks nice. But the hair does look really glossy. Like I said it, like it looks glossy, looks shiny, looks nice. Like, I don't know if you use Procreate, do you have like the double tap undo thing enabled? Because I don't. Because I tend to sometimes just do this with my fingers for a split second and then it'll undo when I don't mean to do that. It's just me taking a pause before I zoom in. So yeah, that's why I have it enabled, because the first couple times that shit was annoying. Annoying. You always gotta double check because you never know. You never know. Oop, you never know. I don't remember what I was talking about because the clip that got deleted, I was just yapping about some random shit. So it don't even matter. You don't even matter. I think I was just yapping about my dogs. Should I keep talking about them? Should I just shut the fuck up? I feel like I should just shut the fuck up and talk about something else. Talk about it. I would talk about YouTube drama, but I don't really get involved in that stuff. You know, not involved as in like involved, but like I watch the videos, but that's about it. That's how far I get involved in stuff like that. Not saying some of it isn't valid, because some of it isn't really just drama. It's like literal people being fucking dickheads and hurting other people. It's like some of it ain't just drama. Some of it is actual crimes being committed, whether that crime is illegal or legal to commit. You know what I mean? Something can still be a crime and be legal. You know? But there we go. And I always thought about the fact that I don't know when I'm gonna start doing testosterone. Like, I don't know the date. I don't know when. There's one fact that I found out when I was like looking up doing gender clinics in my cities that I have one like 15 minutes away from me. That's ironic as well. Not ironic, but like okay, fate is pushing me in like towards. I'm sorry, the camera's shaking. Fate is like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, okay, damn. It's like in the same neighborhood as me. Like that's really low key funny. So like if I really wanted to, I could just like if I really wanted to, I could just go there. Maybe get a consultation. I'd rather do it in person than do it on the phone because I'm not good when it comes to talking on the phone. I'd rather do it in person. But I don't know what I would need, like in terms of medical documents, because I never had a family doctor or anything like that. So like I don't know. I never had a family doctor. I think everything's fine. If I merge it down, please don't. Oh, no. So I'm just gonna do this, please. Okay. Then if I flatten, oh no, still fucks it up. Why does it do that? It's so annoying. Maybe the highlights need to be not in this layer. Then I'll just flatten. Still does that. Let's see. Flatten. What happens? Something like a lot of like light gets taken away from it. I think it is this thing. You know what? Fuck it. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I want to put some type of texture over it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nope. Still won't do it. The fuck. Now we get to work on this. Ooh, but I love looking underneath the layers. Look at that. It looks so interesting, doesn't it? It looks weird. It's like seeing to another world. It's like looking through glass. That's what I describe it as. And I said before, like my stomach ache is still bothering me. Like, not enough to not be recording, but enough to where, like, goddamn. After finishing this art piece, I can just take a break. And I'm not forcing myself to do this. Again, it's just the fact that it's not painful or annoying enough to not do anything. Just like kind of annoying. Just like an annoying feeling, like an itch that's bothering, but it's like not that annoying. Probably gonna just take my medication after this. Like medication I have for like stomach aches. Which is specifically bought for me because I have stomach issues in general. Like sometimes like I'll get stomach aches because I'll eat food that I'm not used to. But those stomach aches are painful, girl. Like painful. This one I'm getting is kind of just meh. It's nothing compared to those. Like I remember when I was a kid, I ate a mango and I just ended up curled on the floor because of how bad the stomach ache was. And I knew it was the mango because like it was the only thing I ate that day. It was before breakfast. And my grandma was like, hey, want a mango? I was like, yeah, sure. I ate that whole and I was just curled on the floor. Just curled. I hate when it does that. I hate when like it changes the blending mode when you go to like do the opacity. It does that randomly for me sometimes. I don't know if it does that for y'all, but it does that for me. And it's annoying. Please stop. Maybe they'll fix it at some point. That looks nice. I don't even know what texture this thing should be. I think it's just being a regular cotton top. But then again, is this really based in realism? Should I be adding realistic textures when it's not that based in realism? But goddamn, on camera, these highlights are popping, girl. I feel like it should change. Girl, that just looks the exact same. I just try to change the opacity of how you saw things, but that just looks the exact fucking same. Maybe a little bit lighter. I doubt. Probably even brighter than it was before. I feel like, yeah, you can see everything really nicely. What's next? What's next? What's next? Anyway, still have to fucking highlight this bitch. Sometimes I don't like rendering clothing, especially if it's just like a flat plane, because it's like, I feel like I should be doing more, but then my other half is like, no, it's not that big a deal. Just put this, in there. And you're fine. And I'm like, okay. But I always feel like it's never enough, but I'm like, girl, stop it. You ain't here for realism, you're here for fun. Look, I just moved my tablet. You ain't here for realism, you're here for fun. But I feel like my art style is a very much incorporation of like anthropomorphic art, very cartoony Western vibes with the anatomy of the body, and a little bit of anime inspiration with the eyes, because like this is very much like anime inspired when it comes to how I would draw eyes. I wouldn't say that about my hair, but the eyes most definitely. Like that's like the number one thing I learned when I first started doing art, how to draw anime eyes. Actually, that's not the first thing I learned. I'm lying. The first thing I learned was like, I believe it's called, was like fashion stuff because I wanted to be a fashion designer before I settled on wanting to be an artist. Not settled, but like wanted to be an artist, you know? And I remember a time where I thought that realism and realistic art was the only viable art form until I discovered Bailey J's art channel. I was like, wait a minute. She's drawing pretty characters and they're not realistic. They're cartoons. And I was a bitch who grew up watching cartoons. So the fact that that didn't even cross my mind, like my brain never fully processed the idea of the fact that most of the cartoons that I was watching was made by adults. Them things just didn't just pop into existence. It's almost like an awakening of realizing, oh wait, most cartoons are made by freaking adults. Of course, having a cartoony art style as an adult is like a thing. I'm not saying like a thing that can get you money, but just it is a thing. I was like, if I don't even know what my teenage brain or kid brain thought because I was still like I was like a preteen when I had that epiphany. I don't know what my brain thought exactly where all my favorite cartoons came from. So like my brain think like they just came into existence. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like the normal person's brain when it comes to like how they view art. They don't think that there's a process behind it or people make it. Like art is everywhere around you in your life. Like as a person, it's everywhere around you. But as a person, if you never truly think about it, you're never gonna notice it. And then like you're gonna be like confused when people are saying, oh, it's a job, oh, it's this. Like, what do you mean? Isn't this just for fun? But then they'd be the same people that probably like watch cartoons or watch something that involves the artistic medium. And then they're just like, no. I guess that's why I hate AI so much. It's like I just fucking hate that shit. Fucking get the fuck out. Horny ass. Horny ass. At least right now my cat is sleeping. He's sleeping on his cat tree that I got for him. I need to get him a new one, specifically that one that's like desk level that can sit at my desk, so like he won't have to try and climb my desk to sit next to me. Because the one he has is very much really tall. Okay, I feel like I want to incorporate this a bit more as well into the shading of this to not make it look flat. You know, like a little whisper. A whisper. It's not a whisper, it's more like a quiet talk, but still, it's a breath. Okay, that looks nice. And now for the highlights. I personally just like doing it like straight across. That's not big enough. Straight up. Oh my god. Oop. I can't wait till like my grandparents visit me. My grandmother specifically. Can't wait till they visit. They're technically my great aunts, but I consider them grandmas. My grandmothers, I just call them my grandma because I don't know. I'm like super close to them, so yeah. And those old ladies, they're amazing to have around, but goddamn, they be complaining about everything. But that's just grandmas in general. They complain about every damn little thing. But I really do enjoy having them around and stuff like that. It's like, especially because I get to go out with them a lot more. Because I'm not the type of person who goes out. So whenever I have somebody with me, it's like almost an excuse to go out more. And the next time we go out, I'm taking them to the arcade. What are two old ladies gonna do at the arcade? Maybe we could go bowling because they got some strong ass arms. Like I remember one of my grandmothers accidentally broke, you know those things in a car that like not the air pump, but the thing that the fucking air con thingy where you twist it to make it go a certain direction. She accidentally broke one of those once. It's like, damn girl, you got a hell of an arm. I can't even do that shit. How the fuck you do that? So like, if I take them bowling, like, come on now. They're gonna win 10 out of 10. They're gonna win. Especially if they like are interested in it, but I don't know if they'd be interested in going bowling. Like I feel like most of my family is very matriarchal because like most of the dudes in like my family have like passed away. Like both my great aunts, grandpa is gone, bitch. I never even met my great uncles. Never have met them because I remember one of them died when I was like super young and have like this vivid memory of him, like of his funeral. Like he died, like so I don't remember. I don't even think I ever talked to that nigga. I don't remember him. Probably shouldn't, but yeah, I don't think I ever remember that guy. Let's call him that guy because like he's my great uncle. Blessed to you, father. I don't know why I'm saying that, but like rest in peace. You know, like yeah, I never met any of them. And my grandfather is the same story. He died when I was a very young age. So most of my family has been very matriarchal in terms of like the older figures in our families are all like women. Like on every side of like my aunts, like my grandmother had like three sisters. Yeah, three sisters. I know them all. Two of them obviously are the ones that are taking care of me right now and are around my life right now. She obviously passed away. The other one I'm not as close to, even though she's the one that I lived most close to at my old town. Like I lived like fucking 16 blocks away from her. She was not that far. But I was never around her that much comparatively to my other two great aunts who lived like fucking hours away, but I was like super close to them. It's kind of weird. Kind of shows that like with distance doesn't mean that you're not close to the people around you, even if you're far away. You know. And we're almost about to be completed. We're almost about to finish. We're almost there. Not again in the pearls. The pearls. I feel like I find it fun rendering pearls sometimes. My fingers are cramping. Like this specific finger has always had issues because it's the finger that holds most of the support, so it's always had issues. Like look at that bump there. That's a good fucking writer's callus and drawing callus. Actually, it's gotten a lot smoother nowadays. It's not as like rough and like back in high school, because I used to write my notes physically and stuff like that, like with my hand on paper. It was like super. Well, let's get to the pearls. Kind of nervous, low key. Kind of nervous. But I like how this illustration is turning out. I don't know if I'm gonna post this illustration on Instagram once I'm done with it. Who knows? I don't know. Life. I'm not that active on Instagram anyway. Like if you want to see me being more active, like I'd say follow my Blue Sky, because that's where you're gonna see most of my posts, if I can remember. But yeah, I don't like Instagram is just not, I don't know, the algorithm is shit. Most of it, like, I don't know. It's like hard to grow on Instagram, I'm not gonna lie to you. On YouTube, it's kind of easier to grow when, you know, showcase yourself, because like, I don't know. YouTube is very like, not forgiving, but like very much not for smaller creators, but its algorithm is way better for smaller creator than it is for anything else. Like, I don't know, at some point it could change. At some point, obviously, the algorithm could change and completely fuck over small channels. But for right now, for what it is, it's like really I mean, like for the smaller creators sometimes. Like, I'll be getting like recommended videos from smaller accounts that like I'm like, ooh. And I'll always like watch their videos because like obviously it's an interesting topic or an interesting thing. But like I guess that's why I find like it more fun to post on YouTube, because I'm not just talking into the void, and there's nothing wrong with talking into the void, but like I feel like on Instagram people tend to care less about your art if it's not super magical and stunning than they do on fucking YouTube. Because on YouTube you're dedicating a good chunk of your time to like watching somebody's video and getting involved in what they're doing. You're not just scrolling past an image that they drew and then moving on with your life and immediately forgetting that image. Like with a video, a person is more likely to like remember, oh, I remember that video that I watched. It was super nice. You know, type shit. I need to stop cussing, but I ain't gonna stop. Who gonna stop me, bitch? Who gonna stop me? Man. Although I low-key don't be like cussing around my fucking family though. Like I'm always extra cautious about that. I don't cuss around my family. They're not super sticklers for cussing, but I don't cuss around them. You gotta learn those points, you know? You gotta learn that shit. Ooh, my arm is getting tired, girl. I can't wait to like finish this illustration. Ugh, it's kind of exciting getting it done, because it's like this video is honestly like pressuring me to finally just finish something, because I've been taking way too damn long with a lot of my illustrations. And if you like this video, feel free to tell me, because I'll be happy to finish an art piece with me again, because there's so many art pieces that have nothing to do with any of my projects that I just want to get done. You know what I mean? I don't want them to sit there and collect dust, because at the end of the day, I like the art piece, but I don't want them collecting dust. So like, you know, feel free to like tell me if you like this style of videos, because I'll do them more often. And this is the fastest I've ever finished an illustration, because I'm not getting distracted, low-key. I'm getting distracted by me talking, but not as much as I would if I was just either sitting in silence or watching TV while drawing. Okay, back to it. Kind of made the pearls a bit more like bluish. But you know, pearls do come in blue. They're kind of really deep though, but I don't mind it. I'm gonna make it bigger slightly, make it easier for me. But then again, it also becomes cumbersome as well. Ooh. Okay, time to get into here, the nitty gritty. I feel like here it's a little bit smaller. Oops. I really do like rendering pearls though. Although gems, I like rendering them, but goddamn is it hard because it's like if you don't get it right, it just looks like ass. But like, damn. Like sometimes I get so jealous when I see how other people can like render gemstones and gems and crystals so well. I'm like, goddamn, that's so beautiful. Not really jealous, but kind of like, wow, I really want to do that. But then it'd be those type of artists that don't really post tutorials or anything like that. They just kind of make art and post, and you're just like, well, nothing I can do about it. I could just wallow my own self-pity. The fact that I'll never reach that level. You know, that's not true. I feel like if you put a lot of effort, you could always reach like a fucking extra level in art. Because I feel like my art is getting better every day. I feel like this specific art piece is kind of not that different from the art that I'm making now. Except the only thing that's slightly different is maybe the line art thickness. Like I make thinner lines. Depending on my mood, of course, I make thinner lines nowadays in my art pieces. They're not as thick, but that's like the only difference. Everything else is kind of just the same. Anyway, this is looking super nice. Anyway, this is looking super nice. Look at that, look at that. And now for the bounce light. Again, my wrist is killing me. This is the first time I've ever drawn continuously for this long, so maybe that's why my wrist is killing me. Don't forget to stretch, okay? Like when you're drawing, don't forget to like stretch. I've been stretching in between cuts, so you don't gotta worry about me. Like I've never had to deal with like really bad hand cramps because I always take the time to stretch. Cause like, nah, B, I'm not going through none of that surgery shit. Oh, you ain't catching me lacking like that. Like, no, I am not. No. Like, take care of your damn hand. That's your money maker. That's your hobby maker. Whatever the fuck you do with art, that's your lifeline. So take care of it, like you do any of your other tools. Because your arm, at the end of the day, is a tool. Your hand is a tool, but not just any kind of tool. A tool that can't be replaced if you lose it. You know, not lose it, of course. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying you can't draw without hands. If you take it that way, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, take care of your hands, okay? And obviously, I mean, when you lose, like, you know how sometimes people get, like, really bad tendonitis? I forget it. I think it is tendonitis. And they can't draw for a really long time and they just gotta sit there and wait. But obviously, sometimes they always end up finding something else to do. Like in Anne with an E, when, like, Cole broke his hand. Like, honestly, the kid that made him break his hand deserved getting fucking burned in the fucking face. Because that's what happened. He ended up getting burned. And I know that sounds violent as fuck, but like, nigga, you pushed me off a ladder on purpose. Like, fucking 5 feet off the ground, you pushed me. I almost died. And we in the 1800s. Like, bitch, there is nothing that can help me if I die. If I hit my head, I'm gone. Like, 1800s, you can't be fucking around like that. So the fact that he end up getting burned, he deserved it so much. Like, that guy's a piece of shit. And I feel so upset that Cole had to apologize. had to apologize, but he never apologized for literally almost killing that man. He almost killed Cole, but Cole had to apologize. But obviously, that's not like what the story was saying. But like with like, but for Cole's sake, he wanted to apologize because at the end of the day, that's not who he is. He's not a violent person. He didn't want that on his mind, so he wanted to apologize for himself. But I'm like, Cole, you don't have to apologize. It's an eye for an eye. Of course, an eye for an eye makes the world blind, but fuck that shit. You fuck me over like that. Like if somebody ever purposely pushed me off something and I broke my hand and I couldn't draw for a long ass time, nah, I'm getting black in blood. I'm getting it back in blood. You're not walking out the room. You're not walking out. You're not. I'm getting it back. I'm starting right now. But I'm getting it back. I'm not dealing with that shit. Ooh, look at it. And now for the background. Pink. It's gonna be pink, of course. It's gonna be pink. Oh, that's a nice pink color. I actually think that the first one's fine. Ooh, you see what I mean when I say the bounce light being pink, and then when I end up doing the background as pink, it makes it look really pretty. I don't know what else to do for the background. Like, should I do some type of texture? Some type of... What do I do for this? What do I do for this? Let me go consult my brushes. Let me go consult the brushes, consult the brush packs. Could do that. Let the line stand out more. Okay, here we go. We'll just make it slightly bigger, slightly bigger. Like, okay, there we go. And then like put on some type of layer. I actually kind of like that more burgundy vibe. Kind of like that. I feel like I should put something else behind the character, but I kind of don't wanna. I kind of like how it's turning out by itself, but maybe I could. I'm thinking we do purple, something purple. Like this canvas ain't purple enough. Whatever, let me just use any brush and be like, because I'm gonna Gaussian blur it anyway. Just do that, do a Gaussian blur, and do this. Like, oh, maybe a lighter purple, and do this. Maybe it does something. Does it do something? Does it elevate it? I think the pink is better though. I think I just want to like, just pink in the background. I don't want any other color but pink. If it ain't pink, it ain't going in the back. So let me try with pink. Feels kind of better. Or you kind of looks better. Ooh, my hand was shaky right there. I like this. I like this. It looks so nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. And then it's time for like the effects layers, meaning I'm gonna grab this color, go on top, noise. We love noise in this house. Why does it look like that? Why did it look like that at the beginning? Weird. Actually, take the scale down a bit. Okay, let's look. You gotta put this on. Look at that noise. It's so pretty. It makes just everything feel right. Probably gonna cover the screen for this, but I also like to add an image. Here's your photo. Don't look, don't look, don't look. This one. This one. It's a watercolor image that I always like to add on top of everything. But you gotta be careful with textures because sometimes they can be too much. But I've like in terms of my own art, I feel like I've mastered it. But I've gotten, what the fuck did I just do? There you go. feel like they make it look slightly better. Like, look at that. It just shifts everything. Makes it look prettier, airy. You know, like a fairy. It's not a fairy. And now my favorite part, adding the sparkles. Even bigger person, adding the sparkles. Because, you know, we always gotta have sparkles in this house. We love stars and sparkles. Like, if you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. And I think on this side's fine. No, I don't like it on the face directly. I don't like putting them on the face. I feel like they can be a bit too distracting. I don't know why I'm saying that in an accent. Just stop. I feel like that's too many sparkles. I mean, there's nothing else going on in this picture. So you know what? Add the sparkles and then take it down a bit and then boom. Now all that's left is the fucking, I almost said logo. It's not a logo. Let's do purple. I always like to make I always use this pen as well. I always like to use a similar color to the piece when it comes to writing my name. I used to use black and just would I would just would type my name in, but I find more joy in writing it in. It's almost like marks the end of an illustration, and I fucked up the writing of this because I'm so nervous. There we go, no distractions. By the way, I've recently not retried, but yeah, retried Starbucks. What the fuck? What else is out? What the fuck? Okay, it's a motherfucking spec. I've recently retried Starbucks because the first time I remember trying it. And by the way, back in my hometown, we do not have a Starbucks. So when I found out that in the city that I'm moving to, we had a Starbucks, I just had to try it. The first time I tried it, did not give any specifications for the order, so the drink was dookie because it just didn't have any sugar. They just didn't put, I don't know, they didn't put enough sugar. They probably just put one pump and then moved the fuck on. I'm like, damn, that shit nasty. That shit nasty. And this was that second time? No. But then the second time when I did it on Uber, I found out that you can add extra sugars and it tastes way better. It's way better. But yeah, I should stop talking about Starbucks and other things because that is the end of the drawing. Now we can watch the replay. I love doing this at the end because sometimes when I watch the replay, it will show me an older version of the art. No, not that. Not be able to fully comprehend all the choices I've made. So what was that? No, that was nothing else. Oh yeah, no, it's supposed to be a cross-hatched texture on the shirt. It's supposed to be crosses. It wasn't supposed to just be sheer. But I ended up making that decision. Yeah, as you can see. You see like this. But the blue background also kind of eats, not gonna lie. But looking at this like a flash, it looks blue. A blue background would also eat this drawing, you know? Let me try it. You see what I mean when I say sometimes I like to go back and go through everything just to see if I'm comfortable with the choices? Ooh, that eats even harder. Too light. Oof. That works even better. That looks more cohesive. Even if the bounce light is pink, I don't care. That's beautiful. You just see. Yeah, nah, I'm sticking with that. I found the color. Yeah, yep. Mm, we sticking with this. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and do all those fun YouTube things. And I'll see you in the next one. And also feel free to tell me if you like doing these finish and illustration with me videos, not drawings, videos, so that I can do another one. Because again, I have a lot of art pieces that aren't related to a specific project that I'm trying to complete, that are just sitting there collecting dust. And I'm like, I want a reason to do it, and doing it for y'all kind of just motivates me to kind of finish it. So like, this piece has been sitting here since like last year, July, and now it's actually finished. So like if you have an unfinished artwork that you want to finish as well, maybe this will help you get that going. Like find a reason to like finish it. Like give yourself like a reason to finish it and like complete it. That's like, because sometimes you just gotta draw random drawings for yourself. You know what I mean? That aren't related to any specific thing that you just gotta make, because I just love drawing random drawings the most when it comes to making art. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.